The darkness hides what no one should ever have to face. Yet for these explorers and homeowners, it became a terrifying reality. Tonight, we're diving into several disturbing encounters, shocking people around the internet. Before we begin, a warning. The last story is truly shocking. Old photos often bring nostalgic memories, but for one man, revisiting his old trail pictures left him terrified. He shared a photo on Reddit, claiming it was captured by his brother trail cam during a forest hike. At first glance, the photo looks normal, but if you focus on the far right corner behind a tree, there's a shadowy figure resembling a humanoid. In the next photo, the figure is gone, ruling out the possibility of it being a tree or bush shaped like a human. Some believe it's a wandering spirit, while others suggest it might be a trail cam crawler. Either way, after seeing this, I'm definitely sticking to indoor adventures for now. This TikTok user thought it was a normal winter morning until she noticed something terrifying on her window and front porch. Her window was covered in strange marks that looked like a mix of claw and humanoid handprints, as if something or someone was trying to peek inside or worse, get in. She also found claw marks on her front porch, suggesting something with large claws had been roaming around.
What are these?
While some might suspect a bear, sightings are unheard of in the Maryland suburbs. So, unless bears have mastered stealth, this seems like something else entirely. Whatever it is, it's definitely not friendly. Better keep those windows locked. This caretaker experienced something so terrifying at an elderly woman's house that they quit on the spot. While sleeping on the third floor, they woke up to the sound of a door opening, and what the nanny cam revealed was shocking. The footage they reviewed was chilling. The old lady was walking in a disturbingly unnatural way, her hunched figure moving slowly, with the eerie sound of bones cracking as she closed a door behind her in the dark. The caretaker confirmed only the two of them lived in the house, and this unexplainable event was straight out of a horror movie. Adding to the bizarre nature, the woman even offered extra cash to convince them to return. But honestly, who would go back after witnessing that? Imagine being home alone and hearing your own voice calling you from another room. Sounds like a nightmare, right? That's exactly what this homeowner caught on camera. In this TikTok video, the homeowner hears his own voice clearly calling him from another room, even though he was alone. The voice sounded human, not like a recording, leaving him terrified.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
In a follow-up video, he explained that this had never happened before in his family home. His trembling voice as he asked for help in the comments showed just how shaken he was.
For anybody asking, this is my family home. What this is, please reach out. I don't care if it's in a comment or reach out.
If anyone out there is a paranormal expert, drop your insights in the comments. This guy could definitely use some answers. This girl was using the bathroom when she heard a knock at the door, but the terrifying part is she was home alone. Clearly scared, she clutched a pair of scissors, for protection as the banging grew louder, as if whoever or whatever was desperate for her to open the door. What's even creepier is that a low female voice started talking to her through the door. Though she responded, she wisely refused to open it.
¿Qué? ¿Eh? Sacándome las cejas.
Panicked, she texted her mom, who replied she was at church and had no idea what was happening.
I do have an update, but it's not that much, but I did ask her.
Viewers believe this could be a creature from folklore called the Mimic, which impersonates loved ones to lure victims. Thank goodness she didn't open that door. Who knows what might have happened? This next video shows a group of kids exploring an abandoned swimming pool, and it quickly turns into the worst night of their lives. The pool, located on the outskirts of Angoulême, was boarded up with wooden planks, but the kids managed to break in and venture inside. Once inside the pitch-black darkness, they stumbled upon a strange man, sitting silently for reasons only he knows. Suddenly, an alarm went off, sending the kids fleeing in panic. It's likely the man was a homeless person seeking shelter, which is both sad and unsettling. The eerie stillness of his presence in complete darkness made the situation even more terrifying. The kids were smart to run. Who knows what that man was capable of, or why there was an alarm installed. A truly spine-chilling encounter. Have you heard of the Shadow Man? If not, this video might make you hope you never do. A woman was home alone when her door mysteriously swung open on its own. Her cat, Loli, was hiding nervously under the sofa, a clear sign that something wasn't right. Building up courage, she stepped out to investigate and saw a shadowy figure at the end of the hallway. As she approached, it let out a screech identical to her cat's cry. Panicked, she retreated, but when she aimed her camera again, the figure had moved closer and then right to her door. The video ends with her hiding under a table in fear.
Laisse-moi. Loli!
She claims this wasn't the first time it mimicked her cat to lure her. Whatever this thing is, one thing's clear: it's best to stay far away. Imagine if she hadn't shut the door and hidden in time. A man was out for a nighttime walk when he heard strange noises coming from the woods, but what he saw next made him instantly regret it.
Whoa!
Something was lurking, peeking out from the dense bushes, almost as if it was stalking him. The chilling part is that as soon as he stepped closer, he was hit with the smell of decaying animals, a clear sign that something wasn't right.
It's like something dead. God, stinks.
Even more terrifying, the bushes were thick, meaning whatever that thing was could be huge and fast, which would be bad if it decided to chase him. It's scary, but who in their right mind would go into those woods? Definitely not me. This family's Christmas celebration took a terrifying turn when they spotted something moving outside their house that nearly stopped their hearts. Captured in northern Minnesota, the mom, who was filming, noticed a large black figure walking near the forest line just outside their window. Curious but scared, she alerted her husband, and they stepped outside to investigate. To their shock, they saw it again, and it was a massive creature with black fur. Walking upright like a human. Even their dog, initially chasing the creature, retreated in fear, but kept barking toward the woods, clearly unsettled. Later, the mom managed to capture more footage of it moving through the trees. Many viewers believe this could be the legendary Bigfoot. If true, it's chilling to think such creatures might still roam our forests. After watching this video, you might think twice before attending a funeral ever again. Uploaded on Instagram and Facebook, it shows a woman lying in her coffin with her eyes wide open, eerily staring at someone outside. Even more chilling, her pupils appear to move and follow the camera until a hand passes over and they suddenly close. Many believe she was asking for help or warning of something sinister, but it's possible this could be an AI-generated video. The way her eyes close when the hand passes suggests a glitch, as AI often relies on motion triggers. Real or fake, it's enough to give anyone nightmares about funerals. This homeowner heard kids crying outside his bedroom at 3 a.m. But here's the terrifying part. He doesn't have kids. In this TikTok video, the owner films from his bed, pointing the camera at the bedroom door while eerie baby cries echo outside. Terrified, he explains he lives alone, with no nearby babies or neighbors who could explain the sounds. It's chilling to think this could be paranormal, and many believe it's a lure tactic by something sinister. Honestly, staying in bed seems like the safest option. Video shows a Japanese apartment owner getting the shock of his life when he returned home. As he entered the apartment, he noticed something unusual and started recording. Zooming in, he saw a hand on the sofa that quickly disappeared behind it as he noticed it. Shocked, he realized he lived alone, and the situation was strange. He also mentioned the window was left open, and there was a motorcycle muffler and a shirt he hadn't left there before. It could be an intruder, but the owner's calm reaction is odd. He should have called the police. This next video is one of those you hope is CGI or fake, because if it's real, there's no reason to stay on Earth anymore. Captured on Feb 29, 2024, at 1 a.m., a man noticed something strange beside the moon. In the video, we see a bright light resembling the moon, but next to it, something huge is hiding in the darkness, until the cameraman zooms in.
I'm scared, but I'm not going to trip because I've been catching this thing for a while now. It's very ominous.
As he zooms in, we see a face staring back at him with an angry expression. It looks intimidating and creepy, though I'm not sure if it's due to the quality or if the thing itself is grainy like that. It could be CGI, or the glowing object might just be a flashlight, and that face could be a person. What do you think? Please tell me it's not real. Let's take a step into the unknown. This next clip features some unsettling footage captured on a security camera. At first glance, it seems like a normal afternoon. A man exits a house, his shadow stretching out behind him in the sunlight. But then, take a closer look. A shadowy figure appears beside the man's shadow, seemingly mimicking his movements. It almost resembles a child holding hands and walking alongside him. The man continues on his way, completely oblivious to the presence beside him. This is where things get strange. How do we explain this anomaly? Can it be dismissed as a trick of the light? Or is there something more at play? This footage, paired with the video of the unexplained activity in the Mexican hospital, raises some intriguing questions. Do these clips hint at a reality beyond our understanding? Are we witnessing spirits or some other unexplained phenomenon? The truth remains a mystery. This clip serves as a reminder that the unseen can sometimes be unsettling, leaving us with more questions than answers. What do you think? Is there a logical explanation? Or is there more to this story? Recorded in 2016, this video was anonymously posted on YouTube, and it features something that can be absolutely considered to be the stuff of nightmares. The man keeps saying that they heard someone screeching, and it was not anything like they have heard before. So he went down and out of the house to look if it was an animal in need of help or something. But instead, found a creepy cryptid right on the roof staring back at him. It looked like a human with white straight hair, staring right at him. In seconds, the creature ducked back down and disappeared in the darkness. No matter how much the man tried, he could not find it again. The face of the creature reminds me of the rake, but it seems way too calm compared to the descriptions I have heard about. What do you think? Uploaded a couple of years ago by a YouTuber who has made the goal of his life to track Bigfoot and to prove to the whole world that they exist. But once as he was tracking the trail that he found, he somehow got too close to the beast and in the process ended up pissing the beast off. As he moved his flashlight and the camera towards where the creature was, the two glowing eyes stared into his soul and he knew he had messed up. If we look into it closely, we can clearly see that the creature was ready to pounce upon the man and get done with him once and for all. However, the guy ran for his life, and luckily the creature did not follow him around. Personally, I would have dismissed this clip by saying it could be some car's headlights, but after the editing of the footage, we can clearly see the creature moving its head towards the man, so they have to belong to a deadly creature. We can also see the size of the creature. It looks to be massive. This video was uploaded on TikTok with a guy claiming he saw this weird thing when he was out with friends late at night. He had no idea what the insect was, so he uploaded it in order to see what others had to say. It looked like a praying mantis trying its best to mimic a scorpion. The video sent a wave of shock and weirdness on everyone who saw it. For some, it was a mix between some saw-trap bug and a scorpion, while for others, it was a bug straight out of hell. I had this clip for weeks and was looking around what this might be, but was not able to find out. Do any of you know what this thing is? They say soldiers who die while protecting their country never really die. These guys were out driving late at night when one of them saw something on the bench in front of them. It looked like someone was sitting there, but it was not clear. As the car moved on, they saw it was not a real person, but a ghost of a man. Before this clip was recorded and uploaded, many people had reported seeing a soldier in uniform sitting on the bench, as if waiting for someone And it will not be a coincidence that the bench was right next to a war memorial built years ago. The soldier probably came there every night in search of his loved ones, and in the hope that he will get to see them one day. Imagine coming to your home, but before you enter the house, you see a weird sight, a creepy crawling creature right on the roof, looking at you. As you start filming, the creature hides behind the roof, only for it to reappear on the ground right in front of you. Well, this is exactly what happened to this man a couple of years ago in Brazil. As he uploaded the clip on the internet, he claimed this was an alien he saw and recorded on his camera. The clip received mixed reactions from people, from some claiming it being real to others thinking the video is fake and edited. For me, the video does look like it is edited, because if it isn't, should we start believing that the aliens are roaming on Earth without anyone noticing? Or could it be another cryptid? This video dates back to 1999 from Norton Hall, a daycare for old people. A group of care workers were continuously hearing weird sounds, which according to them sounded like a cat. They tried finding where the cat was, but they couldn't. However, one night when the cat was heard meowing way loudly than before, they decided to leave a laptop with a webcam on to see if it could catch the animal in need of help somehow. And what the camera recorded was a cat, but not a real one. Instead, a ghost cat was the animal they could hear the cries of. According to the people, that night, one person died there at the age of 99, and he was known to be the ultimate cat lover and even had a cat shelter. After that night, no one ever heard any cat crying for help ever again. Could it have been the spirit of a cat he cared for in his life, coming to visit him one more time, perhaps coming to help him into the afterlife? Recorded in 2015, the tragedy for this intruder unfolds as he jumps off the wall into the backyard of this house. He had no single idea what was about to happen. With his evil intentions, he was all in for looting whatever he gets his hands on. After minutes of looking around and seeing how everything is locked up with chains, he starts moving towards the front of the house to see if there was anything there he could steal. However, that's when one of the big dogs spots him and comes into action. The man tried his best to get away from the dog, from pushing it and kicking it away. To me, it even looks like the dog is not even giving his best. He's just pulling him a bit, while the other's dogs stand aside for most part. After minutes of struggle, he managed to get above a cart where the dog couldn't reach him and cried for help. This clip was recorded in 2019, and it shows how in the middle of the road, a man is seen standing completely still, as the cars moving on the road have to stop and turn around to avoid the man. He just stands there without even blinking or moving an inch from his spot. According to the men who were in the car, it was enough to give anyone a heart attack, as it was quite late at night, and to encounter that, anyone will think of it as a ghost or something. I am not sure what his deal is. Was the guy trying to scare people? Some people had said it is a cardboard made so that drivers slow down, but it is one of the most realistic ones I've seen, if that's the case. There is no limit to how scary nature can be, and there are some people who get to witness the terrifying side of nature firsthand. For instance, these people who were going on their way when suddenly trees started falling right in front of their car, as they stopped to see what was happening. It took them a second to realize they were in the middle of something very scary, and they needed to back off quickly, which they did. However, they were already in the heart of the action, so there was not time to get all the way out. The trees kept falling one by one, and ultimately one hit their car, but fortunately, it was a smaller one. Thankfully, these people were safe, but many were not as lucky, as this deadly landslide hit lots of homes and buildings and caught many people off guard, not ready to escape at all. Glitches in the Matrix are not something only bound to the movie. There are times when humans have encountered these glitches happening in real life as well. making us all think if what they movie said was actually true or not. This clip showed one such incident when a man saw a flock of sheep, which were normally grazing a moment ago, go still in a second. Not even one of them was seen moving. They just stood there, like someone took life out of them. The man was shocked to see what was happening, and so he saved the moment in his camera. The clip is 34 seconds long, and all that time, the sheep remained as still as they could. This clip even has me shocked. I have no idea what can cause such a phenomenon. Was there a predator nearby, and for some reason they thought freezing is the best course of action? If any of you have any idea what this was, feel free to comment down below. Seemingly a usual day in 2019, with trucks going on their business on the road. But then, not even a minute passes, and a huge windstorm is sensed to be coming towards the place. At first, it is only the benches which are pushed around by the wind, but soon the signboards, the tent nearby, and everything turns into a chaos as the storm approaches closer and closer to our spot. In just a matter of moments, we see a usual day turn into a mess. I am thankful I have not encountered many tornadoes, because this looks completely terrifying. This is like just a glimpse of the sheer power nature holds. In this video, filmed by an individual in a forested swamp area, we observe a man seemingly searching for something, relaxed yet focused. The person filming captures both the man and the surroundings, creating a sense of the environment. The tranquility is abruptly disrupted when a chilling sight emerges from behind a rock in the swamp. A creepy, somewhat translucent figure reminiscent of a ghost from horror movies. This unexpected appearance shocks both the man and the person filming, prompting them to flee in fear. The sudden appearance of this ghost-like figure in such a setting is unnerving. I watched this video for quite some time now, and I can't say exactly what that was. Was it simply a trick of light and shadow, or something more supernatural? In this video, a man is filming his friend, who is attempting to start a car stuck in the snow on a mountain road within a forest in Romania. The atmosphere is one of determination as they work to free the vehicle from its snowy trap. However, the situation takes a sudden turn when the driver notices something unusual. As the cameraman zooms in on the area the driver is looking at, a startling image comes into view. There stands a large, hairy creature with brown hair, walking upright on two legs. Its appearance strikingly resembles that of Bigfoot, a creature of folklore and legend. But I'm at odds with this video. Is Bigfoot also present in Eastern Europe? I always thought it to be present mainly in North America. What do you think? In this tense video, the scene unfolds from inside a trailer house, where a creature outside growls menacingly, shaking the entire structure in what appears to be an attack. The intensity of the situation is palpable, as the trailer residents experience fear and uncertainty. Once the commotion subsides, one of the occupants bravely steps outside to investigate. They film the aftermath, showing the torn net of the door and capturing a pair of glowing eyes lurking behind the bushes. Adding to the mystery, the person discovers a large clump of hair nearby. The individual recounts seeing a large, hairy creature walking on 2 feet, leading him to speculate that it could be Bigfoot. The video leaves a lingering sense of unease. The idea of a possible Bigfoot lurking in the vicinity is both fascinating and unsettling. Was the Bigfoot trying to communicate with this person, or was it on the hunt? In this eerie video, we are given a first-person view inside a house at night. The person filming initially walks down the hallway before entering a room where a chilling sight awaits. In the back of the room, there is a humanoid figure seated on the floor, appearing to be crying. The figure has a ghostly, translucent quality, making it difficult to discern its features clearly. Startled by this haunting image, the man filming quickly exits the room, shutting the door behind him. However, driven by curiosity or concern, he soon returns for another look. This time, he finds the figure standing in the middle of the room, revealing itself to be what looks like the ghost of a young girl. The man reacts with fear once again, hastily leaving the room, closing the door and ending the video. Was that one of the best ghost encounters, or was it all a setup? What do you think? In this video, captured from the deck of a cruise ship, viewers are treated to a peculiar and somewhat eerie sight in the middle of the ocean. The person filming focuses on what appears to be an enormous rock formation emerging from the water, bearing a striking resemblance to ancient water dinosaurs. As the waves crash against this formidable structure, it creates an intimidating and awe-inspiring spectacle. The question arises as to how a ship could be sailing too close to such a massive rock without any form of impact if it is indeed a rock. Others speculated that this was the site of one of the gigantic creatures hiding in the depths of the ocean, surfacing next to this ship. The video leaves me with an unsettling feeling. I can't imagine what the people there might have felt. I, for one, have a deep fear of the oceans, so seeing that just makes me shiver. In this video, a man films a unique and puzzling discovery he made on a beach in Texas. Resting in the palm of his hand is a blob-like creature, unlike anything typically seen. The texture and movement of the creature add to its intriguing nature. It seems to almost pulsate or wiggle in his hand, captivating the man's attention, and likely that of the viewers as well. Does anyone know what we are dealing with here? In this video, a woman is recording her husband and adolescent son playing with a ball outside, capturing a simple family moment. However, the leisurely atmosphere shifts when the son notices something unusual at the window of a nearby building. Reacting to her son's observation, the woman quickly directs her camera toward the window. There, she captures a fleeting image of a man watching them. Intriguingly, the figure in the window seems transparent, almost ghost-like. As soon as the figure realizes it's being watched, it disappears from view. The family's curiosity is piqued, leading them to investigate the building. To their surprise, they find it completely empty, with no trace of the mysterious onlooker. Was this the site of someone who lost their life inside that house? And why was it watching from the window? What do you think? In this video, captured by a surveillance camera inside a moving bus, we witness an unusual and startling incident. Suddenly, a deer smashes through one of the bus windows and leaps inside, creating a moment of shock and confusion for everyone on board. The deer, clearly panicked and disoriented, frantically looks for a way out. The bus driver, quickly assessing the situation, acts sensibly. He brings the bus to a stop and opens the doors, providing the frightened deer with an escape route. Thanks to the driver's prompt and calm response, the deer is able to leave the bus and presumably return to its natural habitat. This video, taken from a surveillance camera during the night in an abandoned house, captures a peculiar and eerie sight. Peering out from behind the piece of furniture, we see a strange creature, unlike any familiar animal. It has a small head, large ears that are pointed to the sides, and 2 small glowing eyes. The only other visible part of the creature is a portion of its long, slim neck. The creature's appearance is unsettling due to its unfamiliarity. The way it cautiously observes its surroundings, only partially revealing itself, adds to the mysterious and somewhat chilling atmosphere of the footage. The video leaves me with more questions than answers. In this video, 2 men are filming a documentary inside Michael Jackson's house. As they explore and record the various rooms and hallways, they encounter a mysterious and chilling moment in one of the hallways. The camera captures a strange, translucent figure moving across the room. Its ghostly appearance and the way it seamlessly glides through the space are both intriguing and unsettling. The figure's ethereal quality immediately sparks speculation. Could this possibly be the ghost of Michael Jackson himself? This fleeting glimpse of the translucent figure in the legendary pop star's home leaves a lasting impression. The possibility of it being Michael Jackson's ghost adds an element of intrigue and a slightly eerie feel to the video. In this underwater video, viewers are introduced to a remarkable and unusual sea creature. At first glance, it appears similar to a squid, but upon closer observation, it's evident that this creature is quite different. It possesses 2 hand-like appendages, which it skillfully uses to navigate through the water. The creature is predominantly white, adding to its unique and somewhat otherworldly appearance. The way it moves, utilizing its hand-like structures, is both fascinating and unlike typical marine animal behavior observed in more familiar species. Anyone know what this creature is? In this video, a tense and frightening scenario unfolds, captured by a man filming from the shore of a lake. We see a swimmer in the water, suddenly finding himself in a perilous situation. An alligator, previously unseen, has spotted the swimmer and is swiftly approaching him in what appears to be an attack attempt. The urgency of the moment is palpable as the swimmer frantically tries to escape the dangerous predator. The alligator's swift movement through the water towards the swimmer adds to the intensity of the scene. Fortunately, in a stroke of luck and quick response, the swimmer manages to evade the alligator's pursuit and makes it safely out of the water. The video ends with a sense of relief, yet it leaves an unsettling feeling due to the close call with the potentially deadly creature. In this video, filmed by a man in a forest, we witness a startling encounter. The man, sensing something unusual in the surroundings, records his exploration. Amidst the frantic movement of the camera, a truly unnerving moment occurs. As the lens passes over a pit, it briefly captures a bizarre humanoid creature. What stands out are its glowing eyes, intensely fixed on the camera. The sudden appearance of this creature in such a remote and natural setting is both eerie and captivating. The glowing eyes in the dimly lit forest create a chilling image that is hard to shake off. Understandably, the man filming is terrified by this unexpected sighting and makes a quick decision to flee the scene. The video leaves me with an unsettled feeling, a mix of curiosity and apprehension. This video was captured on a GoPro camera mounted on a 4-wheeler as it traveled along a trail. In the footage, we can see the 4-wheeler racing along the path before suddenly coming to a halt. The rider stops because they notice a dark, massive figure crossing the trail at some distance ahead. This strange figure, even at that considerable distance, appears quite huge. It is covered in thick black fur and exhibits a walking posture that resembles that of a human. While some might speculate that it could be an ape or gorilla, such creatures typically do not inhabit this type of environment. Therefore, the most plausible possibility is that this figure could indeed be the legendary Bigfoot. This video originates from Montana and showcases a wolf-like creature, but there are eerie and unusual aspects to its appearance. While it certainly resembles a wolf in some ways, there are distinct differences in its facial features and body structure. What sets this creature apart is its front legs, which are bent in a manner similar to that of a monkey, and its hind legs, which also deviate from the typical wolf anatomy. This peculiar combination has led some viewers to speculate that it might be a werewolf, as such mythical beings often possess these unique body features. Moreover, the creature's facial expression appears both creepy and aggressively predatory, underscoring the sense of unease it evokes. Regardless of its true identity, encountering such a creature on a trail or in the forest would undoubtedly be an unnerving experience. Security cameras are installed to provide us with a sense of safety and surveillance, but at times they capture events that send shivers down our spines. This particular video is from Indonesia, where a car is parked in front of a complex. After a few moments, something truly bizarre occurs. A greenish smoke materializes seemingly out of thin air, shaping itself into a humanoid figure, and then swiftly disappears. The greenish hue of this mysterious smoke gives it an eerie quality, and its transformation into the form of a human girl suggests that it might be a ghost or spirit. What makes this encounter even stranger is that after its passage, the entire atmosphere takes on a greenish tinge, almost as if the ghostly spirit interacted with the surrounding light or became visible near the installed light bulb. What are your thoughts on this mysterious phenomenon? Encounters with unsettling or unknown entities can be incredibly eerie, but what's even more disconcerting is the feeling of being stalked by something you can't identify. In this particular case, a trail camera was set up in a forest to monitor the fox population. The footage begins with the appearance of a fox, which seems notably anxious and frightened by something in its surroundings. The fox cautiously approaches a tree and spends some time scanning its environment. The movement of the fox's ears indicates that it is on high alert, clearly sensing the presence of an imminent threat. After a few seconds, upon closer examination, something chilling becomes apparent in the background. A pair of eyes. These eyes were stealthy, watching the fox throughout the duration of the video, likely the very entity that had the fox so alarmed and seeking cover. What adds to the creepiness of these eyes is their height, suggesting that the creature they belong to is exceptionally large. What are your thoughts on what this stalking entity might be? In this video, we're confronted with a peculiar sight, a mysterious creature perched atop a tree without any visible means of support. This enigmatic being displays an impressive sense of balance, maintaining its stance with ease, almost as if it were a common occurrence. Its form appears humanoid, yet it's challenging to accept that it could be a human, given how effortlessly it stands on that tree in the heart of the forest. The local resident who captured this video shared their belief that this creature is the fabled forest witch, a figure they claim to have glimpsed on various trees on multiple occasions. According to their accounts, this witch materializes briefly on a random tree and then mysteriously vanishes. The scene is undeniably eerie, leaving us to contemplate the existence of such mysterious entities in the world. This video captures a moment from a hiking adventure in the Acadian Canadian forest involving two friends. As they ventured through the forest, their attention was drawn to rustling noises emanating from some nearby bushes.
Where the hell did that thing go? I had to be scared, dude. What the f is that thing? Do you see it? Mm-hmm. I hear the bushes moving. What the hell is that thing, man?
They quickly decided to record what was causing this commotion. In the video, we can see a black figure emerging from the bushes and crossing a field at some distance. This figure appears to be strolling casually, seemingly unaware of the hikers recording it. What's particularly striking is its immense size, standing somewhere between 7 to 9 feet tall, with a body shape resembling that of a human. Its gait and the way it navigates through the bushes closely resemble human movement. Confused and uncertain about what they were witnessing, one of the hikers speculates that it might be a bear. However, upon closer examination, it becomes evident that this figure is definitely not a bear. In fact, it bears a resemblance to what many people commonly refer to as Bigfoot. Uploaded about 4 years ago, this clip still serves as stuff of nightmares for whoever watches it. Recorded by a security camera mounted on the front of the house to keep an eye on burglars or intruders. This clip recorded a terrifying thing. At first, nothing seems unusual, but then a figure appears to be coming towards the gate of the house. And as moments pass, we can see that the figure walks through the gate without even opening it. Many people on the internet blamed it on the camera being faulty, but if it was that, then how did he not open the gate before entering? The figure starts off as a weird silhouette of a man, and ends up as a normal human being walking towards the house. And that's what is most scary about this clip. No one in the house had ever seen this man before, even in their neighborhood, and according to them, they never saw anyone entering the house either. But then what was it? For me, the video looks quite genuine, but there's still a chance that it could be edited or a glitch. A man was filming a river in Paisin Canyon when he heard noises in trees above the area that caught his attention. He turned his camera as he looked up, trying to catch whatever there was on camera, and that is when he caught the elusive creature on camera. A huge creature can be spotted behind the trees wandering in the woods. The walk looked almost human-like, but the physique did not. The creature looked more like a human than any animal, but a gigantic one, making the man realize it could be the infamous Bigfoot. The man captured the footage in the spring of 2015, but said he was unsure if he should show it to anyone, because he didn't want to sound crazy. However, he later found some courage and uploaded it on YouTube, causing mixed reactions from everyone who laid their eyes on it. As for the authenticity of the video, I leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide. Uploaded on YouTube in 2020, this video looks like something straight out of a horror movie. In just a couple of seconds, it gives us a glimpse into how scary the world could be if we could see the ghosts with naked eyes. It was recorded by a security camera set up in the Garden of Ninfa in Italy, a place otherwise known as one of sublime romantic beauty. It is basically the ruins of a medieval town near Rome, and for now, a great sight for tourists. However, this clip just gives us a glimpse of its most terrifying side, as we spot a ghost crawling on the ground. It appeared to have no legs and disappeared into the bushes just seconds after appearing on the camera. It could be a genuine ghostly encounter, given that Italy as a whole has such a fierce history. Could it be a soldier's ghost reliving its struggling last moments? Humans have always been curious in nature, and untouched places where no one has been for years always spark a pinch of curiosity in us. The same thing happened to this man who saw an abandoned cabin in the middle of the woods and decided to explore it, and that too in the dead of the night. As darkness covered everything, the man moved in the unexplored territory with just his flashlight and camera on, unknown to the danger that was about to come his way. As he moves forward and goes into the cabin, a creepy cryptid appears on the camera, stunned by the sudden appearance of the human who had disturbed its peace. At first, it looked like a cardboard piece or something, but the glowing eyes and the way it slightly turned after spotting the man makes it look legit. The creature was small, had black skin, and 2 piercingly glowing eyes, giving it a look of a devil in the making. This was enough to freak the man out as he runs for his life. What exactly was that thing? A demon, a ghost, or something else? This next clip caused quite a stir on TikTok, with folks losing their minds over what was captured. A guy enjoying his beach trip stumbled upon something truly bizarre. A tiny skeleton washed up on the shore. As he started recording, he couldn't resist picking up this skeletal marvel. What he held in his hand was like a mashup of a tiny human and a fish. It had a humanoid skull, ribcage, and long arms, but with a fish-like tail for a lower body. Also, it was tiny, like 8 or 9 inches long, barely the length of the guy's arm. Now, the speculation began. Some say it resembled a baby mermaid. You know, those mythical creatures with a mix of human and fish traits. The guy who found it claimed that beachgoers were absolutely spooked by the discovery. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure. It's probably better off staying underwater. The unsettling footage from Sarawak has sparked curiosity and concern among netizens who are eager for answers. The footage was captured by local farmers as they stumbled upon a truly bizarre-looking creature wandering through their fields. Intrigued, they started recording, and as soon as the creature noticed them, it bolted. Now, let's talk about this creature. It's like nothing you've seen before. Imagine a weird blend of a hippo and a dog. And the way it moved, well, let's just say it seemed to be dealing with some serious birth defects. Instead of striding confidently, like most animals, it struggled to walk, almost as if it was crawling rather than using its legs properly. Now, I'm no expert, but it's clear this critter is facing some unique challenges. The big question on everyone's mind: what on earth is this creature supposed to be? If you've got any ideas, drop them in the comments below, and let's get this mystery solved. In this captivating video, a man is filming in the dense woods of the Georgia mountains. As he explores, he unexpectedly comes across a large, brown, hairy creature walking on 2 legs, reminiscent of the legendary Bigfoot. The creature moves calmly and seemingly unaware of being filmed, navigating through the trees with a sense of purpose. The video offers a few seconds of zoomed-in footage. The resemblance to Bigfoot is striking, raising questions and excitement about the possibility of an actual sighting. In my personal opinion, seeing a video like this, especially if you often walk in the woods, can be quite unsettling. The thought of coming across a creature like Bigfoot, even if just a remote possibility, adds a sense of unease and mystery to any forest adventure. In this surveillance video, we witness a scene on a sidewalk during the late evening or night. The footage shows a man walking, with another man trailing a few meters behind. The setting is quiet, the street dimly lit. Suddenly, the man in front stops, and at that precise moment, the man behind him reaches out and touches his shoulder, prompting him to turn around. This simple act of intervention miraculously saves him from being hit by what seems to be a truck's back door, swinging open unexpectedly. What makes the video truly intriguing is what happens next. The man who did the saving disappears just as suddenly as he appeared. It's as if he had some foreknowledge of the impending danger. although there's no clear way he could have seen it coming. This video leaves an unsettling feeling, especially considering the mysterious disappearance of the man who intervened. It's as if he was there at the right moment for just the right reason, and then vanished into thin air. Do you believe in such coincidences? In this intriguing video, a woman is filming her family's shooting practice in a wooded area in the mountains. Her child and husband are aiming at bottles, creating a typical outdoor recreational scene. Above them, the distinct sound of a helicopter circling can be heard, adding a layer of curiosity to the setting.
Try!
You got it!
You gonna try the shotgun?
It's unclear what the helicopter is searching for, but its presence suggests something out of the ordinary. As the family continues their activity, the camera captures something unexpected in a snowy area a bit further from them. A large, brown, hairy creature is seen darting from one tree to another, seemingly trying to hide. Its appearance and movements closely resemble those commonly associated with Bigfoot. Watching this video, I can't help but feel a sense of unease, wondering about the true nature of the creature and why the helicopter was in the area. In this nighttime surveillance video, we first see the exterior of a house where a bear unexpectedly approaches, getting alarmingly close. The scene then shifts to an interior camera, showing a man asleep on the couch. He is suddenly awakened by a noise, the sound of the bear opening the door. Startled, the man stays put, trying to make sense of the situation. The bear, displaying unusual boldness, enters the house a second time, this time sticking only its head through the now open door. At this moment, the man realizes what's happening. He springs into action, turns on the lights, and bravely confronts the bear. Through his efforts, he eventually manages to persuade the bear to leave. This encounter is both bizarre and unsettling. Bears are known to venture close to human habitats, but entering a house is particularly audacious. In this video, a man is filming an expedition inside a dense jungle with a group of companions. One of them, positioned ahead, is preparing to cut something from a tree. Suddenly, without any warning, a gorilla bursts out from behind the tree, startling everyone in the group. The gorilla stands its ground, appearing as if it's ready to attack, creating a tense and frightening moment. The surprise appearance of the gorilla and its imposing stance understandably scare the men. Gorillas, while generally not aggressive, are incredibly powerful animals and can be unpredictable, especially when they feel their territory is being invaded or threatened. This encounter shows the importance of being cautious and respectful when venturing into such areas. This video, captured by a surveillance camera outside a house at night, shows a mysterious scene. The camera records a figure that appears to be a young woman in a white dress, walking from the corner of the house and heading out of the courtyard. What's particularly intriguing about this figure is its slightly translucent appearance, yet it remains quite visible in the camera's night vision. The image of the woman-like figure, especially her translucent nature, lends an eerie quality to the footage. It raises questions about whether it could be something supernatural or just a trick of the light or camera. For me, seeing something like this on a surveillance video can be quite unsettling, especially at night. This video, captured by a surveillance camera in a child's room at night, reveals an eerie occurrence. We can see a baby sitting awake in the crib. Suddenly, on the other side of the room, a humanoid, translucent figure appears and crosses the space. The figure's ghostly appearance and the way it moves through the room provoke questions about its nature. Is it a ghost? Or could it be a simple glitch in the camera's recording? The image of this translucent figure in a child's room at night is particularly unsettling. The idea that it could be a ghost stirs up feelings of fear and curiosity, especially in such a vulnerable setting. While it's possible that this could be a camera malfunction or an optical illusion, the idea of a ghostly presence can't be easily shaken off. Such footage leaves a lingering sense of unease and wonder about the unexplained phenomena that sometimes occur around us. This video, taken from a surveillance camera on a town street during the day, shows a tense and alarming encounter. A woman is seen walking her dog when suddenly a coyote appears, initially growling, and then attempting to attack, clearly aiming for her dog. The situation quickly becomes fraught with danger. Reacting with commendable quickness, the woman lifts her dog into her arms, shielding it from the coyote. Meanwhile, other people on the street step in, their presence and actions causing the coyote to retreat and run away. This incident is a stark reminder of the unexpected nature of wildlife encounters, even in urban areas, and makes me really nervous to think that something like this could happen to anyone. This video, captured through various surveillance cameras inside a school, presents a surprising and chaotic scene. Initially, a camera at the front desk shows a deer running frantically outside the school building. Moments later, the deer dashes inside, its presence captured by another camera filming the hallways. As the deer races through the school corridors, it causes a stir among the students, with one student almost falling due to the unexpected encounter. The footage from different cameras shows the deer navigating the school's hallways at high speed, adding to the confusion and excitement. Eventually, the final camera captures the deer finally exiting the school. The whole incident leaves us wondering what brought the deer there and why it seems so frightened. It's unusual for a deer to enter a school. This video sequence, captured by various surveillance cameras around a house, documents an eventful wildlife encounter. The first camera, located at the front of the house, records a fox entering the property. The scene then shifts to a courtyard camera, where the fox spots hens leisurely outside their coop. As the fox lunges towards the hens, the camera inside the hen house captures the frightened birds scattering in panic. The tension escalates until the family dog, responding to the commotion, dashes out of the house. The dog bravely confronts the fox, effectively chasing it away and protecting the hens. The final scene, captured by the front house camera, shows the fox retreating from the property. This video is a vivid example of the instinctual roles animals play in nature. The fox as a hunter and the dog as a protector. It's fascinating to see these natural behaviors unfold right in a domestic setting, a reminder of the interaction between wildlife and domesticated animals. In this intriguing underwater video, a man is diving in the sea, capturing footage of marine life. The water's clarity is moderate, allowing a decent view of the fishes and a rock formation he encounters. However, the most captivating moment occurs when he points the camera upwards. There, he captures the silhouette of what appears to be a mermaid swimming above him. The figure's resemblance to a mermaid, with what seems like a tail, creates a sense of wonder and mystery. The idea of seeing a mermaid, a creature of legend and folklore, underwater would be an extraordinary experience. This next video from YouTube gives you a glimpse into the mesmerizing sight of a horseshoe crab in motion. It's quite the spectacle, albeit a tad gross. This video was taken by a visitor on a beach who stumbled upon this horseshoe crab washed up in the sand. As the crab made its way across the beach, leaving a trail of sand behind it, the camera person realized it was actually walking. The crab lifts its weird-looking body up and then uses its tiny legs underneath to shuffle along the sand. It takes these tiny steps, moving pretty slowly. It's like a slow-motion parade, with each step carefully taken, almost as if it's savoring every moment on the sandy shores. Trust me, it's not something you see every day. For years, people have been thinking that Bigfoots only belong to the world of myths. But as this clip was recorded by a camera and later uploaded on YouTube, it had everyone wondering if the Bigfoots were actually real. The clip shows a dark creature in the middle of the night, coming so close to the window and sneaking a peek inside. The small eyes, the big head, and the dark skin covered with hair make it perfectly fit the definition of a Bigfoot. According to the owner of the house, this was the first and the last time that they spotted the creature, and they were so shocked by what they were seeing that they couldn't get out of the house the whole night, thinking it would still be nearby. I have to say that the eyes of the creature are something which gives it such a realistic look. It might be the real deal. But I do have to wonder, how come someone just happened to have a camera recording at just the right time? Was the owner sure that someone is watching them and left a camera recording? Recorded somewhere in Russia, this 15 seconds long video gave the world another concrete evidence of the existence of the creatures known as Bigfoots. The man who recorded it all said it was the most terrifying experience of his whole life. He was on his way to collect some wood logs when he started hearing heavy footsteps nearby. Scared, he hid behind the tree waiting to see what it was, and this is what he recorded: a gigantic creature walking not so far from the man in the woods. Unlike the previous clip, this creature had rather brownish hair on its body, or it could be due to the trees which it was behind. The creature had a man-like appearance and walk, but was too huge to be one, making us all think it was a Bigfoot. It wouldn't be possible for an average human to look this gigantic. Could this be a costume made this way, or is this the real deal? What do you think? This picture was captured in June 2021 and features an octopus with a lot more legs than one would expect. After all, the name octopus comes from octo, meaning 8. Titled as the Mutant octopus, the photograph went viral over the internet, where everyone had their own theories as to what could have exactly happened to this octopus. For some, it was due to humans dumping toxic wastes into the water that has caused this animal a mutation and ruined its life. And for others, it was a result of a random mutation. However, with no response from the experts, nothing could be said for sure. But I do have to wonder, deep in the dark oceans, are there any gigantic creatures with so many tentacles? Known as the Nightcrawlers, or also the cryptids, creatures of Mexican folklore, have gained so much popularity online that it's joined the ranks of Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Mothman. And this clip records not just one, but 2 of these descending down a hill. Fortunately, captured by a camera mounted nearby in Yosemite Lakes Park in 2011. When uploaded on the internet, this clip had everyone in shock and wondering if the Nightcrawlers were actually real. This video is what sparked the rise of speculation over the cryptid, inspiring many people on YouTube to discuss legend. To some, the video looked real, and to others, it looked edited and altered for the sole purpose of pranking others. To me, the video looks like an edited one, but if you consider it being so old, editing of the clips was not as efficient as it is now, so that would mean there is a little chance of it being real too. There are people who take their hobbies to the next level, but then there are people who take things they love to such extremes that they sometimes end up risking their own lives. Take this clip, for instance. This man was swimming under a thick layer of ice all over the lake with the help of his friends. His goal was to get in the water from one spot where they had created an opening and then swim to the next spot where his other friend was waiting for him. But as he started swimming and was about to reach the second opening, he lost the sense of direction and was left stranded under the thick layer of ice for a few moments, until he realized he could use the rope he had to get back to the initial spot that he got inside the water from, and that's how he got out all safe and sound. It looks like one terrifying experience to me. This man saw a fish right on the shore, and he saw that the fish had a little life left in it. So he tried helping and gave it a little push so that it can go back into the lake and get the oxygen and water it needs. Little did he know, or the fish knew, a gator was right near them, waiting for the right moment to attack. As soon as the man backed off after pushing the fish in the water, the gator attacked and ate the whole fish in one go, leaving the man and whoever was with him terrified to the core. What if for 1 second we imagined that the gator was after them and not the fish? It could have ended up really badly. These three friends were on their way in the middle of the night when they spotted someone walking by the roadside. As they drove past him, it took them seconds to realize it wasn't a real man. According to one of the friends, it could be a hitchhiker, but the way it walked and the way his head was not so symmetrical and his appearance, they could tell it was not a normal person. Plus, what would someone be doing in the middle of the night, right? He wasn't even signaling them to stop. He just kept walking the creepiest way possible. Moreover, take a look at his legs. They look all twisted, but he does not indicate to struggle walking. So to have another look, they turned the car around and went towards the same route to see who he was, but to their surprise, there was no sign of a human being there at all, leaving them scared and shocked by what they had just witnessed. According to many people, it could be a shapeshifter in the form of a hitchhiker looking for people who stop to give a lift and become his victims. And I cannot agree more. Recorded by a security camera in 2021, this clip recorded a family coming back from somewhere and going inside their house after locking the gate and everything. As they are inside, moments pass and we see a big bear and a small one taking a stroll on the same path and going down the hill just from where the family came. Everything appears to be normal until now, with no sign of any kind of chaos or anything. But after a few minutes, the woman comes out of the house with a bag in her hand and goes down the hill where the bears just went to. And as expected, she comes running back towards the house and somehow manages to lock the door and get inside the house safely, just as the bears are about to reach her. Thankfully, this did not end up as a tragedy, but a close call only. A relaxing day at the beach turns terrifying in seconds. You won't believe how aggressive this dolphin gets. A woman is wading in the shallows, enjoying the water, when a dolphin suddenly bursts forth, charging with surprising aggression. She's knocked down, scrambling to regain her footing as the dolphin circles back. She is terrified as she rushes toward shore. Now, here's something unexpected. See her dog just moments before she's safe. Her furry friend dashes out to meet her. It didn't have to fight, but it's a touching reminder that even in a moment of danger, our animal companions instinctively offer support. This incident shows the unpredictable nature of wild animals, even those we think of as playful. Luckily, it seems nobody was seriously injured, but it serves as a cautionary tale. Always be respectful and aware. even in seemingly familiar waters. Nature can change its mood in a heartbeat, as this clip from a seemingly peaceful suburban neighborhood proves. It's a beautiful afternoon. Everything is calm and quiet. But then, the weather warning blares. Pay close attention to how quickly things escalate. Within seconds, a torrential downpour unleashes its fury, accompanied by strong winds. This dramatic shift underscores the importance of being prepared. Weather warnings aren't issued lightly. They're there to keep us safe. So next time you hear that siren, take a moment to secure your belongings and head indoors. This clip delivers a chilling reminder of the importance of awareness in the wild. We see a man peacefully walking through a gorgeous wooded area, a stream glistening amongst the trees, a perfect spot for a day of fishing. Suddenly, the tranquility shatters. A black bear emerges, growling menacingly. Watch how the man reacts. He remains calm but assertive. Those loud sounds and firm stance are classic bear deterrence technique. It works. The bear hesitates, then retreats. But hold on, it circles back for another go. Again, the man stays composed, repeating his tactics. This time, the bear seems to lose interest and disappears back into the woods. A close call, no doubt. This encounter highlights two crucial points. Always be aware of your surroundings in bear country, and if confronted, staying calm and assertive can often deter an attack. Panicking can escalate the situation. Kudos to this man for keeping his cool. This terrifying clip was recorded somewhere in India when a group of men in a car spotted something nearby in the bushes and decided to stop and capture it on the camera. At first, everything seems pretty normal, but then just after a second, a head appears from behind the bushes, and we can clearly see that it was a wild animal waiting to pounce upon the first thing that passes closer by it. Not long after, a bike with two men on it happened to pass by with a closer distance, and the tiger, which was hiding, saw it as the best opportunity and attacked. Luckily, however, the tiger couldn't get to even touch them, and it kept running and went into the darkness again. Roads and highways like these have always been dangerous, especially at night when it gets hard to spot the danger nearby. Therefore, we all need to be very careful, at least when passing by these places. Recorded somewhere in Utah, this clip shows something that shocked every person who saw it. As they were on their way home, they spotted a huge being roaming around somewhat closer to where they were. So the person stopped the car and recorded the whole unusual scene on camera. If we talk about it, we can see that not only were the arms way too long to be a human being, but the head appeared to be sitting very low on the shoulders, as in, it was a very short neck or forward sitting head. Also, the head appeared small compared to the torso. This is commonly reported about the creatures known as Sasquatch, also noted high knee bend, when it is more profiled to the camera. So yes, it has all the characteristics of a Sasquatch. Size, coloration, stride, long arm swing. But truth be told, I cannot really tell. The video surely does not appear to be edited or altered. So yes, there is a bit of a chance that it might actually be real. This video was captured by someone who went into the deep, dark woods right in the middle of the night, and the reason behind them deciding to do so still remains unknown. Why would a person decide to roam into the dangerous wild specifically at the time when it is most dangerous and deadly? Upon wandering around a little, the man discovered something that surely sent shivers down his spine. Right above the tree were two glowing eyes staring right into the man's soul. The eyes were there for a few seconds before disappearing behind the tree, leaving the man shocked and eager to leave as soon as he could. Ask me, and I'd say it was a stupid thing to go there all alone because we can never know what lurks in the darkness there. And to me, the eyes look very real, though they could easily just belong to a wild animal glowing due to the flashlight. Just like the man in the previous clip, this one is also venturing around in the forest, right in the middle of the night. With a flashlight on and a camera recording, he looks here and there as if looking for something. And his quest for the unknown comes to the very end, when he sees a woman in a white dress walking right in the middle of the path he was on. The scene was terrifying enough to even make a grown man scared. The woman appeared to be a little distance away and was walking away from the man, or maybe even floating away from the man, because the motion did not look like someone walking to me. Her dress and her whole self were more transparent, which gave the man an idea that it definitely being a ghost. Even though the video ended right there, let's just think that he decided to run as fast as he could. For me, it could easily be CG, created to scare the people on the internet. But if it isn't, then God save us all. A man mounted on a tree stand looking for some bears or deer nearby recorded a sight he had never imagined. At first, it just looked like a shadow moving behind the woods, and the man thought it must be a bear. So he kept his focus on the thing and waited for it to come out into a more clear area. But as the creature kept moving, the man could see that unlike a bear, the creature was walking on two legs, just like a human would. Seconds into recording it, the man became sure that it was not a usual wild animal that he had just spotted. So after the creature was gone, the man rushed to his home and uploaded the clip on YouTube, where of course the first response he got was of the creature being a Bigfoot. From where I am seeing, it does look like a Bigfoot and closely resembles the characteristics. Unless and until it was someone with a costume on. There are times when even the hunter gets hunted, but thankfully it wasn't that case in this clip. When a hunter had set up everything and was all set with his equipment looking for some animal to pass by so he can hunt them down, he was paid a visit by an unexpected guest. A bear spotted him from afar and thought it would be a good idea to charge at him and try to scare the man away. So the bear tried its best, but unfortunately, the man was completely armed, and going closer to him would mean losing its life, so the bear turned away soon and went back to where it came from. Now, considering the fact that it was only one bear which gave the hunter a chance to scare it away, if it were a whole group, it would have been a really difficult situation for the man. A group of men in Texas have dedicated their whole lives to the sole purpose of proving that Bigfoots are real. They venture into the woods, setting up cameras and collecting as much proof as they can. A couple of months ago, when they thought they had enough proof, they held a press conference and decided to tell the whole world that what we all think of as belonging to mythical stories is actually the truth. That Bigfoot is as real as us humans and other animals. They recorded a clip from a night vision camera, and it can be seen walking around in the woods. And this wasn't all. They even had a clip which they claimed to be of a sleeping Bigfoot right in the middle of the woods during daytime. According to them, Bigfoots are shy creatures. Therefore, we don't get to see them often. But that does not mean they are not real. Personally, with so much proof, there is a chance that these men might be right. But there is always a doubt, you know. What if those are all fake? This clip was recorded by two friends who were coming back from their mission of collecting some wood logs and were recording themselves carrying all that weight. As the man opened the front camera, intending to record himself and the friend walking behind him, that's when we see a weird creature quickly walking right behind them. It crossed the path and disappeared into the trees, leaving the guy shocked, unable to believe what he had just witnessed. By the appearance, the creature did not look like it was a human. It had dark black skin and was walking very quickly and in a weird manner. According to the men, they had never seen anything like that in the area ever before. But to me, it just looks like a kid with costume on trying to play a prank on them. In an eerie forest, an unsettling video captured the elusive Bigfoot, almost running towards somewhere, as if trying to run away from the eyes of humans, or from some other danger unknown to us. Its form, almost humanoid yet unlike a human at the same time, had massive hands and feet that dwarfed any human. Mysterious and enigmatic, this creature defied easy classification, sending shivers down the spine. With swift, almost ghostly speed, it moved through the trees and the bushes, leaving an unsettling sense of awe and fear in its wake. The encounter left everyone on YouTube questioning the unknown and the chilling possibility of creatures that exist beyond our comprehension. Truth be told, even though many say that it could be a Bigfoot, for me, it could easily be a human which appears to be like this because of the camera being too far from him. I've found this image online, with the user claiming they have captured this on trail camera. It is no question what the first thought anyone would have. That is the face of the legendary Bigfoot. Its face fully covered in brown hair, a large nose, perhaps for a body just as big. On the other hand, its eyes seem to convey also a gentleness. Could this image be real or fake? Is it the real face of the legendary creature? For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.